Good morning. Identity shift versus personal development. And I'd like to today tell you a little bit about what I've been experiencing and one important thing that we are meant to be doing here on earth. And that has to do with identity shift as well and personal development. So, first of all, personal development is something where you keep on developing yourself, but whenever it gets hard, you stop. Whenever it gets tricky, you might set it aside. An identity shift goes really, really deep. An identity shift happens when you don't stop when it gets uncomfortable, when you don't stop when your fear kicks in, when you don't stop when that feeling comes of I can't anymore. When you go that step further and you stay and you go beyond those feelings. You don't let those feelings push you down. You don't let those feelings setting aside your goals that you truly, truly want. So identity shift is something that is beyond time, beyond space. It goes so deep, and it actually arrives in your true self. Identity shift, it's all about really coming to the core of yourself, to truly start to know who you are, who is your higher self, why are you really here on earth, what are you meant to be doing. That is identity shift. Identity shift is leaving the drama behind. Yeah, and that's one thing now that I would like to go a bit deeper with you today, because if you really take it in, it might change your life absolutely completely. If you really take that exercise seriously, which I'm about to give you, if you really try to do it, there might come a huge shift in your life, and an identity shift. I don't mean just a personal working self-developmental thing. No, I really truly mean a deep identity shift. But for that I need to explain you something. We're meant to be here in this world, or one of our tasks, it's not the only task, but it's one very, very important task here on earth. It is to experience life. So through that experiencing what comes towards us, we grow, we expand, we nurture other people, we nurture the spiritual world. Yeah, it goes beyond our imagination actually, what it does, what our experiencing here on earth does to the wide. So we're here to experience life. But what has happened is that all the pain, all the constructs, everything that how we grew up has made us close off. And it has specifically closed off our heart frequency, which then doesn't allow us to let the experience from outside come in. And that is exactly the point, and that is exactly what I would like to share with you today, for you to truly experience life, which, by the way, if you start really experiencing life, yeah, if you let life come in your heart, it's only then that we really can start feeling happiness. It's joy, abundance, wealth, everything, yeah? It all comes together. It's not that you can start manifesting or dreaming of a wonder life, but close off your heart. Because the walls that you build around your heart won't manifest what you truly want. It's only the open heart, the open frequency of your heart, which will truly let life in, and thus manifest, and thus create abundance, and thus create the deepest thankfulness. Yeah, Only through an open heart we can truly forgive. Only through an open heart we can truly connect with everything. So it is all about, is your heart closed or is your heart open? Yeah? And if you take that as your daily compass, if you start really focusing on the rhythm of your heart, yeah, it comes an experience from outside, and then notice, what does it do with you? Are you closing off or are you opening up your heart? When you close off, you cut off all the strings to that experience, which might be wonderful. And I'd like to give you a few examples. For example, that is, it's one of my tasks to open up people's hearts and not to close off them again. So I've experienced a lot with my clients that, for example, we open up our heart and then a wonderful experience comes. Let's say I'm working with a client on their fear, yeah? And then they experience a day without fear, or they experience a day with joy, or they start to experience a moment of abundance. Yeah, then their heart is open. And then, do you know what happens then? Then your brain kicks in and says, well, that can't be true. That can't be the constant feeling. Yeah, no, it must have been coincidence. And then they close off. And what they then experience is exactly what they've been experiencing the last 25 years. Again, the fear comes, again, the lack comes, again, the doubts come, everything. So it is all about learning to keep your heart open no matter what. Yeah? It doesn't matter what kind of experience comes to you. If you start to not judge it, but you just let it in, you observe it, you welcome it with an open heart, you will see how it is, A, if it's a tricky situation, much easier to deal with it, and B, how the precious thing behind it will unravel, will show to yourself. Yeah, but it's only when you go through. That's why I started with identity shift, because identity shift goes beyond your fear. It goes beyond your doubts. It goes beyond your resistance. Yeah, it doesn't stop there, because that means you're closing off your heart again. But it goes beyond that, and staying open even though you are in resistance, and staying open-hearted even though you're in pain, or the fear comes, or the negative thoughts come, or the bad moods come. Always trying to focus on, okay, open my heart. And why am I closing? And trying to consciously, like a door, you can actually really use that image. Are you closing off the door to life, to the experience, or are you leaving it wide open? And it never means that you agree on what is happening. It never means that you're unprotected. It is another level. It is a level of being open-hearted and thankful with whatever comes towards you. Without the judgment whether what you're experiencing is good or bad. And in that moment, when you really do that exercise, you can start in the mornings and saying, okay, I open my heart to this day. I welcome this day. And go on through the day. Let's say you're standing in traffic, and you feel yourself again complaining about the people, or being in a real awe. Go a step back and remember, I can either close myself off now, close my heart to this experience of being in the traffic, or I can stay open-hearted and see what happens then. And just observe yourself. You don't need to believe what I'm saying. If you start doing that exercise, observe what happens with yourself. and more importantly, observe the wonders that will start coming into your life. Because it's only then, when we start to truly see the magic around us, and it is truly wonderful if you start to whatever experience is coming your way, open up your heart, saying yes to it, saying yes to life, saying yes to whatever it is, without judgment, without naming it good or bad. And life will seem easier. It will feel more in a flow. And then out of that realm, and I'll be talking more and more about it, out of that realm, manifestation is a complete different story. But the first step is practicing, really practicing. It takes time, it takes practice. Practicing, challenging yourself to always keep your heart open. And if you feel, you don't know how, you know, you're stuck on some level, then you're welcome to book yourself a one-to-one session with me. And through my readings, I have a very quick and deep access to what is blocking you from opening up your heart. And if you do feel that, you need more, you need that complete identity shift, and you would like guidance with that, then write me. Because my program, my German program, has opened up the doors, and there we do that complete, deep identity shift, which should last, shouldn't be a one-off thing. It shouldn't just come about in 4 weeks and then you're a new person. It doesn't happen that quick. It takes time. It takes time to practice, to become a leader, to become a new identity. And I'll guide you through that. So remember and write down when you have tried it a little bit. Does it resonate in you? How does it make you feel with whatever situation you're thinking about? You can start by that. And asking yourself, okay, I've closed off, because every time you feel pain, you're closed. It's a very good pointer. Have I closed off? And what happens if I open my heart? How does it feel? Just try it out. And then see for yourself. Okay? Much love. Mwah.